Hey there, Ernie here, and this is my spoiler-free review of Jeff Nichols' Midnight Special. This is 100% spoiler-free. If you've seen the trailers for Midnight Special, the first two trailers that were put out by Warner Brothers, that is about the only information you're going to have going into this movie. Ideally, you will not know much of anything else about this film before going in to see it. If you haven't seen any of the trailers, even better. But obviously, I'm guessing for monetary reasons, they had to have sold something in this trailer to make sure people go to see this movie outside of the name recognition of Jeff Nichols and the films that he's made, like Take Shelter and Mud. But as I said, this is 100% spoiler free, so let's move on with the show, shall we? So Jeff Nichols returns with his latest film, and despite the fact that it seems like he's entering a genre he hasn't done before, it's very much thematically like Take Shelter and Mud, where he basically explores characters in precarious situations and basically protecting your own, essentially, whereas a father protecting his family from a impending doom, or a surrogate father, stranger, who protects the two wards that he comes across while out in the woods, or a father trying to protect his son from other people and from what he can possibly become. Jeff Nichols brilliantly explores those situations in this new film, Midnight Special. As you can gather by the trailers, Michael Shannon, who plays Roy, is, along with the assistance of Lucas, played by Joel Edgerton, is trying to protect his son Alton, played by Jaden Laborer. I believe that's how pronounced. And as you can gather from the trailer, there's something different about Alton, that he's not of this world. He's could he be alien? Could he be something else? And that is the fun of Nichols' film, is that you don't know who he is, where he's from, what he's capable of, and how all of this is going to play out. And Nichols doesn't blow his load right away and just tell you everything you need to know, or just drop it all in like a heavy-handed exposition scene. He just gradually lets the information come out as the film progresses, and it gets, as the film progresses, it grows even more and more engaging and compelling, and to moments where you're seeing things going on and you start getting a little fearful about what could be going on here, because you, as the viewer, just like the characters in the film, really have no concept of what is this child, who is he, what is he capable of. But in the eyes of Roy, and he's his son, so he must do what a father must do and protect his son from danger, and that danger comes from all kinds of all sorts of people and situations. So I think that's probably about all I can say about the film without spoiling anything. Because, like I said, all I knew about this movie was, one, it was directed by Jeff Nichols, written by Jeff Nichols, and what I saw in the trailer. In the two trailers, I should say. And that's all I knew going into the movie. And as it unfolded, as I said, it gets even more engaging, compelling, intriguing, tense, and once it finally gets to the end, very satisfying and very thought-provoking. So this is probably one of the better science fiction films to come out the last few years. Probably in the line with, say, Ex Machina, which came out last year, and maybe even to some degree, thematically has something in common with 10 Cloverfield Lane. But I would say it even has more thematically correlation between E.T. and Close Encounters of the Third Kind. While it doesn't evoke the magic and awe that both of those films had, it still has thematically it still feels like it's cut from the same cloth. And the film is well performed by Michael Shannon, Joel Edgerton, as Kirsten Dunst, Jaden Lieberher, Adam Driver, and Sam Shepard. They all give great performances, all give layer performances. In particular, Jaden, who you probably remember from St. Vincent, who he played Bill Murray's ward, and he was really good in there. But he is fantastic in this movie, where he conveys such a otherworldly wisdom for a child that really comes through not only in the character but through the performance. And it's a really strong performance, probably one of the better child actor performances in some time. But all the performances are great. The directing and the writing is typical Jeff Nichols. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Nichols, and I love Take Shelter, and I thought Mud was fantastic. And this one definitely is up there with those two, even though it's in a genre that you probably wouldn't suspect Nichols to be playing around in. But as Nichols seems to be proving, he can play around in any sandbox that you put him in, and he'll create something fantastic. So, Midnight Special, 4.5 stars. Yes, 4.5 stars. My initially, after I saw the movie, I was thinking, yeah, 4 stars, but I kept thinking about it, and the more I thought about it, the more I thought about it, and I was just more engaged and the more I wanted to see it again. So I would have to give it 4.5 stars out of 5. It's definitely in the same league as Mud and Take Shelter, and it's a great, compelling science fiction film that is definitely worth a look. So, Midnight Special, 4.5 stars out of 5. So, if you like this review, hit that like button below. Have you heard about Midnight Special? Are you a fan of Jeff Nichols? What do you think of the? Have you seen the trailers, and what do you think you're going to see in this movie, and what do you hope to get out of it? I'm very curious to find out, and please comment below. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do, so you can stay on top of my reviews as they come in. So, until next time, we'll see you at the movies.